Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. Just had an upload on H.A. Goodman of almost 300,000 subs of this topic. Check that out there and listen to this. This is Caroline Leavitt on the likely use of the Insurrection Act.
In Governor Walz's state, he spoke directly with the governor, but I would ask that the governor stops inciting the harassment and illegal obstruction of law enforcement in his state. All ICE and federal law enforcement are trying to do are remove people like this off of the streets of Governor Walz's city in Minneapolis and of his state in Minnesota. If you look at some of the individuals in this photo, these are all illegal alien criminals who came into our country under the previous administration. This is some of the most disturbing crimes you will ever read about, and there's only a few reporters in this room who will actually talk about these individuals. This is all ICE is trying to do. They are trying to remove people like this from Governor Walz's state. And so yes, he should pick up the phone and he should say that he will cooperate with this president and with the federal government in making Minnesota safer, because that's all President Trump and his administration want to do. Mary.
Thanks, Caroline.
So, you can look here. BBC, Trump threatens to invoke Insurrection Act. Wall Street Journal, Trump is threatening to invoke Insurrection Act. And, very important, I explained this on H.A. Goodman of almost 300,000 subscribers. Why deportations hit a 10-year high in 2024. Biden used ICE, more so, or just as much as President Obama. Deportations by ICE jumped to a 10-year high in 2024, surpassing Trump-era peak. Biden used ICE more than Trump did during President Trump's first term. Yet the propaganda is so intense that protesters think this is something new, something that never happened before. Orphaned by deportation, the crisis of American children left behind, a Guardian article, a brilliant Guardian article. Read it before potentially they scrub the article from the internet, from the history of the internet, because it shows the Democrats did the same exact things as President Trump, actually paved the way for President Trump's policies on immigration. And it says, at a rally for immigration reform, the young Andres begged President Barack Obama to take executive action on immigration policy and help reunite families like his own who were torn apart by deportations during Obama's administration. And then you hear, well, it was rare. It was, no, divided by detention, asylum-seeking families experiences of separation. This is 2016. The Obama administration aggressively expanded family detention in an attempt to deter the arrival of others. That is literally what President Trump was doing. And, of course, AOC stared at a chain link fence when he did that. When I disagree with that. I love President Trump. I'm conservative on most things. I don't think that should be a policy, but it was a policy. You can see the chain-linked fence here. That was a policy under President Obama. ACLU, President Obama wants to continue imprisoning migrant families. This happened under President Obama and Biden, and the fabricated outrage is taking place only to harm Trump, not for any moral reasons. Hit subscribe to this channel right now.